Hello, fellow Toastmasters. I grew up in a family, a large family of ministers, singers, and educators. I learned early on to perform. You either spoke, you sang, or you did both. I naturally wanted to be a celebrity. I wanted to perform. I loved being on stages. So I did both speaking and singing. Family gatherings were so much fun. We got together and we'd sing songs. My cousins, siblings, and I, we'd compete against our parents. We'd have sing-offs. Or we'd have conversations. And it went from psychology, politics, religion, whatever the topic, you name it, we talked about it. And at times, it even got comical. We played the dozens. That's a whole nother conversation for another time. Even though the family gatherings were really fun, I didn't have the same experience at home. The home environment, it was not one of clemency. It was not safe to be heard. I had 5 siblings, and it felt like we were always competing to be heard. And having a parent that believed children were to be seen and not heard did not help. There was a belief that I developed that it was not safe to be heard, to be seen. And over the years, I continued to sing because our family would sing and perform at different places. And in preparing for this speech, I learned that it was easy for me to continue to sing because it was not my words. I was singing someone else's lyrics. And as I realized that, the light bulb came on and it was like, oh, I sang other people's words. Even if I resonated with it or identified with the lyrics, they were not mine. So if something went down, I could blame it on the artist or the song. This speech has allowed me to really face the fears around speaking, around being seen, around being authentic. And looking back at my childhood, yeah, I was mad about it. And I decided I'm not going to take it anymore.
You go.
And so I am moving from behind the podium to be seen. And in an effort to create a safe environment for myself to stand in my power and speak at this time, I'm going to use music. Because the task of this speech is to use vocal variety, gestures, and body language. And what better way than using music? How many of you have heard of the song, I Will Survive by Gloria Gaynor? Great, popular song. It's one of my favorite songs to sing when I do karaoke. I'm going to use the lyrics to paint a picture for you and use the dynamics of music. So there are terms like crescendo, which means to increase in volume and intensity, and then you have decrescendo, which means to decrease in volume and intensity. She starts the song kind of low. At first, I was afraid. I was petrified, thinking I could never live without you by my side. It's a song of heartbreak. But then the song starts to build. I spent so many nights thinking how you did me wrong. And I grew strong. And I learned how to get along. How many of you have been in that position where you had to move through heartbreak? But then that sucker circled the block and came back for whatever reason. But in those lyrics, she was able to stand in her power. And she continued on saying, you're back from outer space, standing here with that sad look upon your face. I should have changed the stupid locks I should have made you leave your key. If I had known for just 1 second, you'd be back to bother me. Oh, girl, now go. Walk out the door. Don't turn around. You're not welcome anymore. And there's a calmness that comes when she says that because it's clarity. I don't need you. And what I love about this song is that it reminds me, it reminds all of us that no matter what we go through, we can survive. We will survive. I am surviving. Thank you, Toastmasters.
That's great.